Hi everyone, morning, Rob Kendall from Creator Ed Media. This morning I want to talk to you about a topic that's been coming up a lot recently called conversion optimization. Now, I know you probably sat there, it's early morning, you're all thinking to yourselves, Rob, why are you dropping these fancy marketing terms on us? But really, all of conversion optimization, when we talk about that, what it means is we're looking at maximizing the opportunities that your website can create for you as it is, without affecting the traffic, without maybe trying to change the ranking, but looking at the traffic that you do get to your website, maximizing the actions that your users take. Now, if we split that apart, the conversion optimization, into the words conversion and optimization, what we're really talking about when we talk about conversions is anything specifically to you that is a point in time, a trigger on your website where someone can put their hand up and say, hey, I love what you're doing, I want to be known to you, I want to start that sales conversation, start that engagement with you. Now, it might be if you have an e-commerce store, a conversion to you might be making a sale. If you have a landscape gardening website, landscape gardening business, a conversion might be someone just sends an inquiry, hey, how much is my lawn going to be to sort it out? It might be if you have an interior design business, you want someone to download a portfolio or a brochure, click on something, fill in some details and get a download. That is your idea of a conversion. So whatever that is on your website, we want to look at how can we get the most people, the biggest bang for buck from the traffic that you have, raising their hand and saying to you, I want to know more, please come and talk to me. You want to get to the human who's coming onto your website, get to the human on your site to start that conversation. So the first thing we'll recommend to people is to start looking at your traffic. Now, you might have something on a server that you can measure the traffic. You might have a common analytical package like Google Analytics. We use a combination of different things like HubSpot and Google Analytics. But whatever it is, if you can find out how many visitors you're getting per month, you can really assess whether it's a traffic problem that you have or it is a conversion problem, and that's an area that you can take it in. So if you've got a really low figure and we're talking 10, 20 visits a month, then maybe yes, that's an area that needs some work. If you have 400, 500, 600 visits a month upwards, that's not bad. You know, pat yourself on the back, let's have a little high five, that's pretty good. We can do something with that. So you've got 400, 500 people a month, say, visiting your website. What are the number of inquiries that you get from your website out of that 400 or 500? You know, if we do some simple maths, if you've got 400 visits and you get 40 inquiries from your website, you've got a conversion rate of 10%, which isn't too bad. But what you can do is by looking to increase and optimize and really fine tune that conversion rate, if you can increase that percentage to even 15%, you're going to see more inquiries at your end without actually having to affect the traffic at all. So without even doing anything to attract more people to your website, you're just going to generate more inquiries. It might be though that you've got a nice slice of traffic, but you're not getting the inquiries that you want. So this is where we can look at the user journey and the user flow of your website. What are people doing when they hit your homepage? Again, going back to Google Analytics, if you have Google Analytics, then have a look at the user flow section. If you need any help, do feel free to ask us. We're always quite happy to talk to people and have those conversations. But basically what you want to see is what do people do and where do they leave the site? So if people hit your homepage, then they go along to your About Us page, maybe they go to a services page and then they leave, they're gone. So that is the point for you where you need to think, right, what is it on my services page that is not driving people to hit that contact button, hit that inquiry button? It might be that they go all the way through to a contact page, to an inquiry page, but they're dropping off there. So what is wrong with that page? Now, the beauty of these analytical packages is they can tell you where people are from, what browser they're using, what country they're in, their IP range, probably what they had for dinner, but they can't really tell you the why. And the why is the key point. Why have they dropped off? Now, for you, you could just guess, and the worst thing you could do is say, well, everyone drops off at my services inquiry page, I'll just make a brand new page. The problem is there might be something horrendously wrong with that page. There might be just a couple of little things, and it could be something simple as the title's not doing it for them, they're just not being wowed. It could be that the button's in the wrong color or not obvious, they're not sure what to do on that page. It could be just simply, and this is a common one, that you have too many form fields. If you're asking someone download a brochure and they're having to put in their first name, last name, pet's name, school of, place of birth, school they went to, how old the kids are, all this other kind of information, they're just going to go, no, it's not for me, I'm going to go. But if you can simplify it so that the value of what you're offering people, so if you've got a download, an ebook that is 50 pages, you can ask for a little bit more than if you've just got a brochure of what you do. So the first thing for me to check would be to change one thing, and this is the advice for optimizing and conversion optimization, is look at one thing on that page, change one thing, let it run, get to the end, measure it, and then go back through. So say, I don't know, change the title, leave it a week, couple of weeks, see if your conversion rate goes up or down. If it's not really affected, it wasn't your title. If it's something like a form, like I said, that's a common that's a common one for us. If it's a form, then maybe shorten the form, action that, see the results after a couple of weeks, go back to the start and see, has my conversion rate changed? If your conversion rate has gone up, that means it was likely the form and what you've done has affected that positively. And now you're aware. A more advanced version of that might be to go through A/B testing, where really what you have there is a series, usually two, hence the A/B, but it can be a series of changes that you show to random audience members. So one visitor might get a particular page with a form, a big form and a button. Another one might get a shorter form and a form in a different place. And what the system can then check is you can set a goal and say, right, I want the conversion rate to be 15 or 20% instead of 10. And then it will really, if you're using something say like Google Analytics, you can hone which of these is shown more often, because actually it turned out B or even C had the better conversion rate. So that is what you want to, that is a bit more advanced. All I'm saying here is you need to start simple, have a look at where your biggest bottlenecks, where your biggest drop-off points are in your website, change one thing at a time, change that thing, see the results, go back and see if you need to change another thing or whether that first thing that you changed has worked okay. That's what we call conversion optimization. It's really not about attracting more traffic in, it's about maximizing the traffic that you already have and getting more people to raise their hand and say, hey, I want to start that sales conversation. Sound good? Excellent. I've been Rob Kendall from Created Red Media, talking about conversion rate optimization. If you'd like to know more about how we can help you with conversion rate optimization, or if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll reply to them all personally, or get in touch with us. You can visit our website on www.createdredmedia.co.uk, and we're happy to have a chat about anything you like, especially digital marketing. Thanks.